Hi, my name is Christine.
And my name is Mary.
And we are sisters, and together we are the co-hosts of this podcast, Dawson Cries. Listeners, welcome back to another episode of Dawson Cries. We're thrilled that you're listening. We're deep into season 4. This is season 4, episode 19. I can't believe we've been podcasting for, almost 5 seasons now. It's kind of crazy how fast the time has flown. And in some ways kind of scary. When I think back, like the 2016 election was 3 years, like it's 2019 now. That blows my mind. I'm like, wait, it feels like just yesterday, but so much has happened, as you know, listeners. And that's a big reason Mary and I started this podcast. I'm sure you're well aware of this by now if you've been a long-time listener, but just so that we could talk about something that's not the sad state of our current events, especially in the U.S., we thought, hey, let's talk about Dawson's Creek, this amazing television show that we've somehow never seen before, and take our minds off of the daily horror show we're living through. And this episode 19 of season 4, is very aptly titled Late. And I say that because Mary and I are recording, it's 20 minutes to midnight on a Wednesday evening.
Wow.
Yes, we both have jobs, so yes, we're both going to be tired tomorrow. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to make sacrifices if you want to be a podcaster. Is that right, Mary?
If you want to be a podcaster, you got to be ready to rumble all hours of the night.
Yeah, you never know when you're going to have to like sit down with your headphones on, your microphone plugged in, your computer fired up, and just start recording your voice and your sister's voice.
Cracking a beer.
Yeah, sipping on a bourbon.
Oh my god. Yeah, so this episode Late starts with Mitch bitching as usual because Gail is taking too damn long to get dressed for their date. He wants to go to dinner. Okay, speaking of late, we find out that Gail was supposed to have this baby 2 weeks ago. This baby is 2 weeks late. That is torture. That sounds like hell.
That's late. Isn't that late?
That's really late. I mean, I think.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't know. That seems bad. Mitch thinks this is going to be their last date before the baby comes. Yeah, I would hope so. But then all of a sudden, Gail comes downstairs, like dressed in her LBD, and she's going into labor. So everyone freaks out. Gail's like, "Where's my bathrobe? Did you pack my wool socks? Do you have my chapstick?" And I was like, "Oh, kind of a throwback to remember the chapstick from their first date with the kiss."
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up.
Product placement once again with the lip balm.
Chapstick, yes.
But I was just thinking, like, yeah, like that's actually a really good shout, Gail, because like I need my chapstick like every hour of every day. I can't imagine going into labor and having chapped lips. Can you?
No,
and I'm being genuine. I'm being serious.
No, Mary, that's a valid point because one of my vivid memories from being hospitalized when I broke my wrist was that I did not have chapstick. I didn't have anything. I had a lot of morphine. I was on a morphine trip. But I used the hospital chapstick. They have hospital. They probably charged me like $50 for a tube. But it was not good. It was like really greasy. It didn't have a cherry flavor. Like I like the cherry chapstick or like strawberry. I'll settle for mint even, but like flavorless.
Yeah, I like mint.
Yeah. So no, Gail, you're right on the money. Bring your own chapstick.
Right now I have a lavender one that I got in Montreal.
That sounds decadent.
It is. It's it's pretty good.
That's classy. I like it.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. So Dawson and Gretchen get left behind. They're just like, oh, what? Like, and the parents leave. But then we get to the hospital, false alarm. It's not go time yet. In fact, it could be days longer before this baby shows up. And the medical staff is all worried because Gail is like a geriatric mother. That's the medical term, not used on this show, but That's the term they use when you're over like 30.
Fuck that. I'm sorry. Excuse my
Yeah, fuck
language,
it
but
100
my
times.
God.
Yeah, you're not geriatric, you motherfuckers. So, yeah. Dropping the F-bombs. We gotta earn that explicit rating.
That's right. We do.
Yeah, but they're all worried because Gail's older. They're like, you might need a C-section. They're like, what are you doing? You gotta, like, try to coax the baby out of you. Like, what I suggest is talking to your baby by name. But the only problem is, Mitch and Gail have not named this baby yet.
This medical advice just kind of blew my mind. Mitch is like, well, what could we
Yeah.
do to kind of encourage the baby along? She's like, yeah, say its name. I was like, what? Like, doctor, come on. Like,
Yeah, that's some
give me
bullshit.
something real here. This is crazy.
Yeah. Like, it has to be real things you can do. Like, isn't, like, having sex one of them?
Well, that's immediately what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, probably. Masturbating even? I don't know.
Yeah.
Worth a shot.
Worth a shot. Yeah, right?
Why not?
Oh my
Or even
God.
like going for a walk. I was like thinking of something more practical than saying the baby's name.
Yeah, right?
I don't know.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Yeah, it's not a puppy.
Baby. The baby doesn't know.
No, it doesn't know.
The baby's confused. They're like traumatized at birth. They don't know what's happening.
Yeah, they're probably like, why? What?
Why am I being shot out this canal? What's going on?
I want to go back. Yeah.
It's a whole new world. Can you imagine if when you die, it's like being born, like, but like you get shot like into another canal?
Well, don't people say they see the white light and go through the tunnel?
They see the light.
Yeah.
Maybe we're all inside of another womb right now.
Yeah, I think we are. I think it's just going to be like cycle.
You know, it's late. We're tripping, but I can see it right now.
Mary, I think
we're all in the womb
We've
together.
just reached enlightenment on the Dawson Cries podcast.
Yes. Yes,
Cheers.
that's what we've been striving for.
I know, forever. Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Crazy.
What a breakthrough.
Yeah, what else is going on?
Well,
yeah, the medical staff even writes a note, like a prescription that says name your baby.
that's hokey.
on it.
I know.
That was fucking insulting.
It's real stupid. And like, I mean,
God.
Gail's had a baby before. It's like, she's not a new time mom. I don't know. I feel like she would have been
Yeah.
like, doctor, come on, give me some real advice. And then she's like, I'm going out to dinner with my husband. I suggest you do the same. It's like, she's having contractions. I don't care if
she didn't want to go to
false
dinner.
or not.
She's 2 weeks late.
God.
Let's get some fucking takeout. I want to sit in one of those restaurant chairs.
Jesus, yeah.
What if she starts, her water breaks all over the restaurant?
I know, it could. Definitely.
That's not what you want.
Yeah, that was left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that sucked.
I would probably find a new doctor if I were Gail.
Yeah, at the last minute. I need a new doctor.
Yeah.
This isn't gonna work.
This is not what I want.
So Christina's so funny because like the next scene has Toby in it and I couldn't remember his name and I just wrote down Nerd Boy.
Nerd boy, he is pretty nerdy. He looks, you know who he looks
Yeah.
like?
Who?
Edward Snowden.
Oh, yeah,
Doesn't he?
does kinda.
I just clicked.
I think Edward Snowden's pretty
Edward Snowden
hot.
is hot. He's a patriot. Exposed dirty deeds by the government. He's very brilliant, very brave. All right, I have a little crush.
Wow, I guess. Well, he's a whistleblower.
Yeah,
right?
he's a whistleblower. Yeah, he exposed
Yeah.
the NSA's dragnet surveillance.
The NSA sees all your dick pics.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Probably listening to every
And they-
word you whisper. They just have your whole life stored in some massive, what are they called? Servers?
Yeah.
Freaky deaky, Mary, as you would say.
It is definitely freaky deaky. But yeah, I think we can all agree, regardless of politics, that Edward Snowden is a snack.
He's tasty. Yeah.
He's tasty.
That's so funny.
That's true. So Toby is tutoring This little kid. They're doing like a little literature lesson. They're talking about tragic heroes. And the student is like, there's no hero in this story. And Toby's like, well, all stories have heroes. Sometimes they're just flawed heroes who can't overcome their problems. Like Jackers and his lateness. Jack shows up late to tutoring again. He can't show up on time. You know.
It's his tragic flaw. That and like clumsiness, which is not anymore his tragic flaw.
Yeah, he's no longer at all.
That's been passed on to Jen.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Yeah, I didn't know Jack to be late, but I guess he is. Everyone's late this episode, so.
Oh wow, good point. Yeah, so true.
Yeah, I didn't really think about it until I was like, he was late. Oh, name of the episode.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah. That's stupid. This is a stupid theme.
It's a little silly. It's like kind of forced.
Oh, I'm late. I'm late for my work.
It's like, all right, Jen, that's a stretch. Writers, writers, you could do better.
Yeah, you could do a lot better with this theme. Usually, it's a little more subtle than that. What connects them all.
Right.
There's no subtlety.
No, this one is very over the top.
Very obvious.
Especially with oh my god, we'll get to it, but yeah.
Yeah, so Jackers and Toby are doing some weird banter.
But you gotta call him Jack Attack.
Jack Attack. I mean, it's not really weird banter. It's kind of cute. They're like bantering back and forth. And then this poor kid is like, if you two don't mind, I'm trying to pass the 4th grade over here. It's like, yeah, like do your jobs and stop flirting.
Yeah, they just want to flirt. I get it.
I don't blame them, but I'm sort of like, Jack, what changed? Because you freaking hated Toby a couple episodes ago.
Ridiculously hated him.
He was so rude to him. Remember, he was like, I'm not attracted to you and I never will be. You're not my type, so please step off. I don't even want to be your friend.
Yeah, it was so
what?
brutal. So brutal.
It's like, you're so ugly, we can't even be friends. Sorry. Like, it was just like crazy.
Cold as ice. Yeah.
It was cold as ice.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where this is coming from. I guess he warmed up to him over the tutoring.
I guess.
Then they got that coffee after the tutor. I don't know.
And he freaked.
Yeah. Unless they've been continuously tutoring and grown closer and we haven't seen all that.
They must have been. Because didn't he say that he was still going to tutor even though he wasn't interested?
Yeah, he did. So that's probably what happened. But we're just filling in those gaps right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of gaps. Plot holes going on. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. So then Joey's on her telephone, missing Pacey, leaving him messages. Bessie's like, girl, you are a neurotic girlfriend. Why are you so obsessed with your boyfriend? Why can't you have a life without him? Apparently, Pacey's on a fishing trip with Dougie.
Yep.
And Joey's like, I have to go see Pacey. And she just like runs out.
Yeah, I've never seen her like this.
No.
It's an unrecognizable Joey. But we'll learn more about it later on in the episode. But it sounds like Mitch and Gail may have started this tradition when they had Dawson, but they have a naming.
It's not a tradition. It's one
time. But yeah, I don't know. They have all these traditions. A naming shower, quote unquote, instead of a baby shower. And Dawson and Gretchen are talking about it, and they're getting their plans ready. And Dawson's like, oh, Gretchen, can you make the naming shower tomorrow? She's like, well, I can if it's tomorrow, but not if it's the day after tomorrow, because I'm going to be in Boston for a job interview at Cambridge Magazine. And Dawson's like, hold up, what? Question mark gift? Like, you're doing
question mark
what
gift.
now? It sounds like a sweet gig. Like, Gretchen will be a staff writer who gets to write about music, movies, food, like the pop culture scene, which sounds great. But she did not tell Dawson she was looking for a job, and he's kind of like shocked a little bit. It takes him by surprise.
Yeah, he's a little thrown.
He's thrown.
Yeah, and I don't blame him. You would think you would know if your partner was looking for jobs.
It seems like something you'd
in Boston.
share. Yeah.
Because they're kind of far from Boston, right?
I think Capeside is probably pretty close. But Dawson's going to California for school, which is very far.
Right.
She could do that go to the LA Times or something.
That seems a little bit bigger than Cambridge Weekly or whatever.
Right, I know, but you know.
But yeah, she could easily. Yeah, but I mean, they've only been dating a couple months. And he's just a high school kid. You know what I mean? Like, and also, like, you go to college and you kind of need to do your own thing.
Well, I know. That's true. I mean, I don't know. I was in a relationship in my senior year, and I was still thinking to myself, like, I need to, like, not worry about that and just, like, figure out what college I want to go to.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm glad I did that. You know, you kind of need... It's, like, a very big part of your life.
Yeah, I was in a I, like, kept my high school boyfriend for, like, a month into college. And then I broke up with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're changing so much.
Everything. Yeah, it's one of the biggest life events.
But I remember I was tortured when I broke up with him. I was like, felt like the biggest decision ever, you know.
Oh, I know. Oh, yeah. Well, the high school boyfriend is like, oh, I love him. It's the one. You know, it's like very intense.
Yes.
So, yes.
Yeah, I remember all my like lady friends asking me like, "Are you in love with him?" And being like, "Yes." You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
It's funny. Yeah.
It's like a rite of passage.
Yeah. So we make fun of these characters, but like we've done the same shit. So
I know. It's just like the joys of looking back as an older person.
And being like, you're a dumbass, but...
like when you're our age, you'll have the same opinion.
Yeah, but I totally get it. So yeah, like, I don't know. They have all this, like, Dawson's clearly upset that he didn't know about this. Gretchen's like, speak your subtext. What are you upset about? And he's like, well, I don't know, like, maybe we should be in a long distance. I don't know. Somehow they start talking about long distance relationships.
Gretchen asked him how he feels about them. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, well, they statistically don't work. And I'm like, statistically, any relationship doesn't work.
Ooh, that's a good point. Yeah,
that's how, because I was in a long distance relationship for years.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, being around all my, like, everyone's judgmental about long-distance relationships, but seeing all my friends go in and out of normal relationships, I was like, well, none of your relationships are working out either. It's not because it's long distance. It's just every relationship is going to fail except for maybe one. And even then, that person you marry, 50% of those are going to fail too.
Yeah, the divorce rate's very high.
Yeah, so it's kind of, judgmental to be like, well, don't bother with long distance.
I know. I feel like some people, it just depends. Like, some people really can't do it. Other people can. I know a couple that they did long distance for a long time, and now they're finally living together. And I think they just got engaged, you know? So, like, it can work out.
It can. Yeah, absolutely.
It's a lot of work, though.
Yeah. Yeah, but then Gretchen, I was kind of annoyed at her because she's like, he's like, well, you could come to LA. And she's like, well, you could come to Boston. And I'm like, he just got into UCLA.
I know. I was like, what the hell? Like, no, he's not.
I was like, are you asking him to give up college to be with you?
That was ridiculous. Yeah.
I don't know.
And it's like, why are you asking him why he's mad? Like, obviously it's because you didn't tell him you were doing this and you're just dropping it casually.
Yeah, like you didn't just say I love you last episode.
Yeah, it just seemed like crazy that Gretchen would be like confused.
Yeah, Gretchen, don't play dumb.
Yeah, it's like you know why he's upset.
Yeah, it seems like she's trying to distance herself from him, like literally and figuratively.
Yeah, she is. It seems like she's trying to protect herself.
Yeah. Right.
You're right. More Jack and Toby, Mary.
Yeah?
Yeah, it looks like they're back at the tutoring session. And Jack is, like, trying to make up for his chronic tardiness, I guess, by allowing Toby to leave early. And Toby is like, it was kind of cute because it was like, is Toby flirting? Does he want to hang out with Jack more? Or is he really terrified that Jack does not know how to lock a door? Like,
Right. I know. I thought he just wanted to hang out.
yeah, it seemed like, oh, he's like happy. It's like, oh, Jack's here. I don't want to leave him. But Jack has to basically force him out. And we see Toby walk out to the bus stop. And he makes some kind of comment to a guy at the bus stop like, oh man, it's cold. The bus is always late. And then I thought they walked into the park together.
No.
But I wasn't watching very carefully.
No, he like says like, oh, it's cold, like something about the bus. And then the guy just looks at him.
Oh, he just looked at him, okay. See, in my head, I assumed that they were going to go have sex in the park. That's what I thought was happening, and then it really
definitely
didn't work out that way.
Happening.
No, and I was like, at the end, I was like, oh, not that.
Oh, okay, no, misread
I misread that.
No, he like gives him a look, and then Toby, I think, tries to like walk away, but they definitely don't walk off together. I don't think.
Oh, okay.
It's definitely ominous. It's not like a sexy moment.
I was writing and like listening and then trying to also watch. Do you ever get that?
I know. Sometimes I miss so much of like the acting that's happening. Like all the like really juicy scenes with Joey. I had to try really hard to like look up from writing.
I know, yeah.
Because you're trying to write everything down.
So my inference was, oh, they're gonna go make out in the park. Because I thought, the reason I thought that is because Toby was so awkward with that line. I thought it was some kind of a code. Like, oh, talk about the late bus, and that's a hint. Like,
I thought it was just their way of saying like Toby's awkward.
yeah, I mean that's.
I didn't think there was anything like homosexual like seeming about it at all.
No, again, Toby is like the straightest gay guy I've ever seen.
Well,
maybe next to Jack. Like, they're both pretty.
Right. Yeah. So it's unfortunate, obviously.
Right.
So
I was surprised what happened later.
Yeah, I know. Me too. So Joey goes to Pacey's. She can't take him anymore. She's got to try to find him. Gretchen is like, I don't know when he'll be back. And Joey's like, well, where is he? And Gretchen's like, I said I wasn't going to lie anymore. I'm like, Gretchen, why are you like all up in a soap opera this episode?
Gretchen.
Like, what is your deal? She's so over the top. And she's like, I'm not going to lie for Pacey. It's not right. He said he was fishing with Doug, but he's camping with Doug. Like, what the fuck is the difference?
I'm sure they did fish.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, what? Where's the lie? You know what I mean? I guess the lie is that he omitted that he got arrested, and that's the reason for the trip.
Right.
But, like, Gretchen, don't be spilling everyone's secrets all the time, right?
I know. Yeah, Gretchen is really anti-lie. She's a big truther.
She's a truther, 100%.
Yeah, but she tells Joey that it's because Pacey got arrested for that drunken disorderly, which I was wondering how Joey would react, but this was interesting because it got totally eclipsed by all this other stuff. But but Gretchen, sounds like Gretchen was a little worried too, because she was like, well, Joey, Pacey really needs this time to figure out himself and his life, so I don't want you to do anything that'll put any more pressure on him or stress him out at all.
Well, let's think of the men.
Yeah, that was crazy.
What would you think of the men?
Yeah. And then, I mean, I guess Doug is trying to scare Pacey straight, essentially, in the woods, but Joey's like, well, I can't make that promise. I can't, like, say I'm not going to do anything like that. And Gretchen's like, could you be any more selfish? And then Joey's like,
Gretchen, shut the fuck up about stuff you don't understand.
Yeah. Joey's like, well, I'm late, like everyone else this episode.
Boom! Boom goes the dynamite.
Oh, Mary. And I was like, shit! I was really like, damn.
Were you surprised?
I was. I didn't expect her to be late.
Not so. They just started having sex.
Yeah.
And also, I thought they were going to be, like, crazy careful. Like, I would expect them to be, like, using condoms. She'd be on the pill. He's pulling out. Like,
yeah. Like, you do everything.
I don't expect there to be any
But Mary,
possibility.
I remember when you're young and you have sex once and you're like, fuck, I'm pregnant.
Yes, of course.
So that rang true.
Every month you're like, well, my period's supposed to be here on Friday and it's Monday and I don't have it yet, so
I'm pregnant. Yeah. It's so bad. Listeners, I'm sure most of you are
terrible.
women. You know the struggle. It's terrifying when
Yeah.
you're that age. It's sometimes even when you're older. You're like, oops.
I know, I was just gonna say, even sometimes when you're older.
Like, it happens. It happens, whenever you're late.
I know.
Whenever you're late, I'll just say the thought kind of flashes through your mind.
my period, I skipped a period recently, and I haven't had sex in months, and I was like, I'm probably pregnant. Like, totally impossible. No. Oh
But yeah, it's
God.
still, I don't know.
It goes through your mind. It goes through your mind, and you panic, and it's like your whole world stops.
Because it's if you are, God, it would change everything in your life.
It changes everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
So Joey, I kind of liked that she was that freaked out, and
I mean, the freak out was very, very
that
real.
was totally real.
But I felt really bad for her.
Oh my God, I did too. Yeah.
But it's also a lot, because it's like every single woman on the show who's had sex on the show has had some sort of horrible sexual experience or has gotten pregnant.
Oh my God. I'm trying to think,
Except for maybe Andy.
Andy, Abby Morgan, but she died. So that's really...
That was from drink.
That's true. That's true.
But yeah, think about it. Gail, pregnant. Gretchen, pregnant, miscarriage.
Yeah.
Jen, thrown out of her dad's house for having sex. Andy, slept around or got dumped by Pacey. Joey thinks she's pregnant, freaking the F out. Abby Morgan dead.
Yeah. Well, I mean...
The girl who was dating Drew got slut-shamed really bad.
She really...
And she regretted having sex. There's no... Sex is not fun on this show. So when Gretchen and Dee are, enjoying being virgins, I'm like, you know what, on this show? Yeah, just stay virgins, because it's not going to end good for you. Right?
I know. Well, it's interesting. I feel like maybe they're trying to illustrate sex is fun, but it's got a lot higher stakes for women than men, really.
Well, it does.
Yeah. Which is realistic.
It's true.
Yeah.
Again, there's no lie. It's just, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no, it's true. I mean, I can't complain. They're saying it true.
You're saying, I know. It is just...
Surely, I don't know, can anyone have sex and not be worried? That's the thing, right? Some people can do that.
I feel like you can, but I feel like maybe it's like a ratio. Like, you can a few times, but it'll get you. Like, you'll worry sometimes.
It's gonna get you. The sex monster's gonna get you.
It will, eventually.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, so Gretchen's worried now. She feels like shit. She feels bad,
Yeah.
and she also tells Joey to take a pregnancy test.
Right.
Which, it sounds like Joey has not done. She's too scared.
But that's another thing, yeah. I mean, you're that young and you're too scared to even take the test.
I know. Mary, I don't...
Which is one thing that I sort of resented with the Juno movie. She just, her first move was like, yeah, I'm going to go get the test. And I was like,
Oh.
there's a lot of hemming and hawing before you buy that test.
Mary, can I make a confession on the pod?
On the pod?
Well, it's not a big deal.
Oh.
But I've never taken a pregnancy test.
No, me neither.
Oh, okay. Okay, we're on the same page.
Because it's just scary.
It is. And I'm like, no, I'm probably okay. But then I'm freaked out. I'm like, oh, maybe I should I don't know, take a vitamin, or I don't know. You start thinking, what do I have to do?
No, I've always been I totally understood Joey's fear of not knowing, or no, her fear of or her feeling of I'd rather not know.
Oh, of course, yeah, because then it's there's still hope. Maybe I'm not. If you know for sure, then you have to deal with it.
Right, exactly. And then even there's no relief if you take it, because then you just Google it and they're like, well, you could have a false negative up to a month before,
Oh my
a
God.
month into pregnancy. So it's like, so I was thinking, even with Joey getting the negative, I'm like, girl, you might still be pregnant.
Yeah, wait till you get your period. That's like the telltale sign.
Because you have to be late by like 4 weeks or something, or maybe not that long, but you have to be late by like a couple.
Yeah, probably
weeks
it is a
for it
couple
to even
weeks.
show up.
Yeah.
I mean, is she taking, what is it, first response or something?
I don't know. And is she on birth control? Like, I don't know. I thought she was.
I don't know. I thought she just got condoms from the thing.
Oh, okay. Man.
It's a lot of responsibility, and I do really feel for Joey. And yeah, I was, taken back to that fear.
I know.
Place.
It's the worst feeling. It's awful.
It is the worst feeling. You feel like there's a weight on your head. And like everyone must know, and yeah, like you're,
It's like, yeah, it's
potentially about to be invaded.
right. Yeah, and you try to like forget about it, but it's always in the back of your mind.
Right. What if?
Right. Oh, it's awful.
God,
It's stress. It's
awful.
like very, very stressful.
Yeah. Wow.
Damn. Brings us back to those teen years. Well, yeah. All those.
You know what? Actually, I you know what? I did take a test.
Oh, did you? Was it scary?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to do it. Oh.
I forgot about it though. It wasn't that
Okay, yeah.
scary. I was pretty sure, but I was just having a freak out, and I wanted to be reassured.
Yeah, I could see. You're just like, well, might as well take one. I've never been. I guess if I were like crazy late, I would. Usually, I'm usually like way early. I'm getting it like constantly, so TMI. But like God again.
Oh my God!
Like, oh, I just had this a week ago.
Right.
Oh, it drives me nuts.
God.
All right. Well, Gail is like on the total opposite end. She's extremely pregnant, about to burst.
She doesn't need a test.
No, like everyone can tell. She is having her naming shower. She's doing all the work for it. She's cooking, cleaning, running around. She's not like sitting down on her couch, resting with her feet up. Grams and Jen come over with a gift. Grams is like, "Oh, Gail is just nesting," and she's all excited, and Mitch and Dee, all the ladies show up. Everyone gets there. And then Mitch and Dee are like ready to hang out and take part in the shower, and they get bounced out. They're like, Grams is like, "No boys allowed."
Yeah, Grams is like, tradition is quite clear on this. No men allowed at the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Mitch is like, yeah, let's get out of here before the vagina monologues start. I was like, Mitch, get the fuck out.
I was not a fan of that.
And take your football jersey with you. Like, what the? Come on.
Oh, crazy Mitch.
Oh, Mitch. I don't like you.
Yeah, he was evicted. Like, okay.
Oh, my God.
Oh, so I guess now Jack shows up to the tutoring class. And it is in utter chaos because Toby isn't there to get all the kids organized and behaved. And Jack's like, "What the hell? Where the hell is Toby? He's missing." And that's all we get for now.
And that's about it.
That's about all we get. It'll come back.
Okay, Grams is doing this very strange string thing on Gail's stomach, where she's like swirling around a string above her stomach, and basically I guess it's something to do with they're trying to guess the baby's gender. And Gail's like, "Well, what's it gonna be?" And Grams is like, "It's gonna be exactly what you want." It's like, oh,
No.
great.
Mary.
No information. And then like they start doing the name suggestion thing, and Betsy thinks that she should name the baby either Sophie or Satchel.
Satchel. Wow.
What do you think about Satchel?
I think it's dumb as hell.
I like Sophie, but I would like it to be Sophia.
Sophia. Yeah, like Golden Girls.
Yeah, and then Sophie for, nickname.
Yeah, but way better than Satchel.
Satchel?
It
No,
just reminds me of
terrible.
that No Country for
bag.
Old Men. What's in the satchel? Just like ask that.
Yeah, it's a bag. Yeah. Do you want your name to be Bag? No.
Oh, you could satchel on them. Got a bag
on you. I'm gonna satchel on you. That sounds really
awesome. That's
ominous.
gonna be your dare this week.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare give me that.
I'm gonna dare you to say that. Woo.
Oh my god. Dee and Mitch are hanging out in a treehouse smoking some stogies.
Well, not really smoking them, just chomping on them.
Yeah. They're having a very Bill Clinton, I did not inhale.
Oh, good lord. That's so true.
Mitch is like, okay, we're not going to pick a name for the baby because, actually we're really scared of having the baby. And then he has a very Don Draper moment where he's like, a man doesn't really love a baby the way a woman does. And I was like, wow.
That was so Don Draper.
Is that so? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Don Draper has like the same speech, just like better acted and better.
Way more artistic. Yeah.
Yeah, he has like the same. I didn't love my baby.
Yeah, Mitch is like, you can't love a baby if you don't have a breast.
I was
like,
ew.
Mitch. Oh my god.
God.
But also saying that to your son, then your son's like, wait, you didn't love me?
Yeah, Dawson's like, well, did that ever change? He's like, do you love me now?
Oh, Dawson's too shy, he can't handle it, Mitch.
Like,
be careful there.
Yeah,
you know who D is. You know your son.
Oh my god, poor D.
Yeah, Mitch calls having a newborn unadulterated hell. That's pretty strong.
That is really strong.
Yeah.
A couple of my friends back home have babies, so I've been holding a lot of babies lately. It's pretty nice.
There.
It's good feeling.
Little baby.
It's not hell.
No.
Even when they're screaming in my face, I'm like, you're all right. You're all right. You're good. You just want something to eat.
I know.
Maybe you need a diaper change. I'll give you to your mom to do that. But I like the kids. Yeah, I don't know. And then he says this creepy thing. He's like, yeah, I didn't love my baby until they called me daddy.
Mitch.
It's like, ew, Mitch. Mitch is like, yeah, call me daddy. I hated it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, what else is he saying?
Yeah,
I don't know. It made me mad because I was like, I know tons of dads who love babies, like our own dad.
Oh, I know. He's
a baby
crazy. Loves babies more than me for sure.
He's always, whenever he sees a baby, look at that baby, look at that baby.
Know. I keep accidentally referring to babies as it in my office.
I do that all the
time. There's so many new moms.
I got in trouble.
So did I. Everyone's like, it. And I was like, oh shit, I'm sorry. I meant her. Like, it's like a little thing. It's like a little baby thing.
How is it? Yeah.
I felt bad. I was like, I didn't mean
I know,
it.
I felt bad.
But I don't know. I'm just not like a baby. I'm not like dying to have a baby, so.
You're not a baby.
I don't have the baby fever. You know, I like them.
If you held some babies, it might change.
Maybe it would. I don't think I've ever
whenever
even
whenever I hold the babies, when I see my friends from home, it takes me like a week to shake off the baby craze.
Aw, Mary.
It's nice.
Aw, you'd be a good little mom.
I'd be great mom. But it also happens to me when I'm like dog sitting. You
have a maternal instinct. I have to cat sit.
I do
in a couple weeks, and I'm kind of dreading it. I'm like, oh, this cat's gonna be hanging around again.
Oh, I don't. I refuse to cat. My friend asked me to cat sit, and I really put up a fuss. I didn't want.
I'm trying not to, but I feel too bad.
She got someone else to do it because I didn't want to.
Oh, good.
But yeah, my thing is like I want like a crew. And a baby and a dog. They're like your posse.
That's awesome.
It's like your little gang.
That's cool.
You're like,
yeah.
Yeah, it's like, okay, we're together. Everybody here, gang's all here. Cool.
Aww.
Right?
No, that does sound fun. A baby and a dog.
It's like your little squad. It'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah, so then we're back at the shower.
Oh, but wait, I just wanted to say what Dawson tells Mitch.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah, he's like, Mitch, Dad, let me psychoanalyze you and Mom for a second. I think I don't think you're stalling with the naming of the baby. I think you're just waiting for the baby to be born so you could see the personality and then give it a name that's fitting, that matches who this is as a person. So you're not, like, escaping the future reality. You just want to, like, do it right. And then Mitch is like...
It could be true.
It could be true. Yeah, Mitch seems to think that's true. He's like, oh, so wise or something.
You know what? But I think that's bullshit. Like, if Mitch has had a baby before, which he has with Dawson, I think that's bullshit because from my friends who have babies, they said that their babies didn't show any personality for weeks.
Oh, see, I always wondered that.
Yeah, my friend was like, this baby doesn't even smile.
Like,
he was like, I can't get a sense. I don't know.
maybe he has a emotionless, heartless, soulless baby.
No.
No, I'm just kidding.
She doesn't. She's sweet now. She's
Oh, okay.
But when I first met her, he was like, I gotta get to the smile point. We're not there yet.
Aww. Well, I guess, yeah, their brains probably aren't developed yet to have the personality. They're just like,
No,
I'm newborn, I'm sleeping, I'm hungry. That's all I can handle.
Yeah, it's very basic instinct stuff for a while, I think.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, so then, Dawson, we're back at the shower and they're doing the name stuff again. Jen thinks the baby should be named either Emma or Jackson. After Jackson Pollock, I thought it was going to be after Jack, her friend.
Yeah, Jack Attack.
Jackers.
Jackson Pollock, a beautiful mess, I think she said.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of shallow.
Gretchen, also kind of shallow. She thinks it should be named Kurt after Kurt Vonnegut.
Oh, I thought it was Kurt Cobain.
Oh, Kurt Cobain.
Even more shallow. No, I love Kurt Cobain.
Yeah. Kurt Cobain or Isabella after that fairy story that I hated.
Isabella's back, baby.
Oh, Isabella.
So funny.
Go away. Grams thinks it should be either Rose or Thomas. Was Thomas or Honey from the
Yes.
I thought so. Yeah, Jen gives her a look.
Yeah, she does. She's like, what about AI?
Yeah, what about AI? I think you should name your baby iRobot.
iRobot. Arthur Ignatius.
Arthur Ignatius Brooks Leary. And for a boy, AIB.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's funny.
And for a boy, R2D2.
Oh, it's too much.
Oh, God. So, Dawson opens up to Mitch about Gretchen's job interview in Boston. And Mitch is just like, hey, man, follow your own path. Because with everything else in this life, you just never know. I was like,
Mitch, I know. It's like,
thanks for the nothing advice.
Yeah, that's really helpless or useless.
Really empty words.
Yeah, like, well, you never know, so...
You might end up together and you might break up.
And then you might get back together.
I feel a lot better after this conversation. And Dawson's like, so you think we're fated to be together? It's like, no.
Yeah, I don't know, Dawson. That's the stretch.
No doubt. There's no such thing as fate, Dawson. Like, I know you really, really want to believe in it, but...
Poor D. He just wants a sure thing.
I know, but Dawson, you gotta work for it.
Yeah. Joey has no name to offer.
Nope.
But she does have Dawson's old necklace.
What?
This was...
I was question mark gift.
Yeah, me too. I was like, wait. So was Gail, which I thought was hilarious.
Gail was like, the fuck am I going to do with this? Give it back to Dawson? Like,
she's like, okay, thanks, sweetie.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, okay. Who has my slippers?
Yeah, she really was like,
uninterested in the next
I liked that. That was funny.
It's like, quit playing games with my son's heart. Yeah, it's over the top. Oh man. Jen brings up the hurricane. I was like, that was when we found out Gail was cheating on Mitch, so don't bring up those bad memories, right?
Right.
Hurricane Bob.
Hurricane Bob, that's right. What a dramatic episode.
Extremely so. Bessie talks about how it took Joey 30 plus hours to be born. And she was a pouting baby.
I could see it.
And as soon as she says that, Joey just flies out of the room.
Yeah, Joey's like, peace. I'm triggered.
Bye. I'm outie.
Jack shows up at Toby's place, Mare.
Oh, yeah.
And he's ringing the doorbell, trying to get in. Toby's like, no, you can't come in. I have the flu. I'm very contagious.
I'm sick.
Jack's like, you don't sound sick. And Toby's like, yeah, I'm real sick. And Jack's like, well, it's okay. I had the flu already. Toby's like, no, this is a new strain, man.
Strain D.
Yeah, like, this is dangerous. You haven't had this.
Strain Big D.
It's Dawson flu. And
Oh my god.
somehow Jack gets in. I don't remember if he opens the door or just busts on in, but Toby is basically beat the fuck up. He doesn't have the flu, he has a black eye, and he's on crutches. And basically tells Jack that he got mugged. Quote unquote mugged, because at this point I was like, oh, he had some really rough sex in the park.
He got some
I thought
water?
he just had really rough sex in the park. I don't know where my mind was.
You still thought this?
Well, I thought he tried to come on to the guy, and then the guy changed his mind and beat him up.
Oh.
Or they had sex, and then the guy felt guilty and beat him up. I was making all these scenarios
Why
up.
did you think they had sex?
I don't know. The way that he said that weird bus thing, I was like, that must be some kind of code word. I was really...
No, he's just socially awkward.
He's just real awkward, and then, yeah, paid the price for it.
Oh, wow.
I'm so, no.
You a strange man.
I know. I don't know where that came from.
Wow.
Anyway, that's not what happened, so, oops.
No. Well, meanwhile, Bessie confronts Joey, and she calls it exactly right. She's like, you're pregnant. I know it. You're acting shady. And Joey's like, I better not be pregnant because I don't want to wind up like you. And Bessie's like, you think you're better than me? At least I have someone in my life who knows how to take care of himself. Not to mention a family. Do you? I was like, Jesus, of course she doesn't. Her boyfriend's like 12. Like, no. He can't take care of a family or her. Come on, get with it.
Man, yeah, low blows. There were some low blows thrown right there.
Really low blows being flown about.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Gail going into labor a second time.
Yep, she's going to the hospital. And she either...
And she wants drugs.
What did she say? I want drugs or I'm on drugs?
She wants
I want
them.
drugs. Oh, that's what I thought. I was like, what did she say? Yeah, that's all we get. Then Jen is, like, knitting on her little swing.
Yeah, why?
I don't know. I don't remember why. I feel like she talked about it, but Jack just saunters up and basically talks about, like, wanting to talk about or have trivial woes or something. And then Jen is like, oh, tell me the tales of your trivial woes. And
yeah, he's wandering and pondering his trivial problems.
wandering, yes, that's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's funny. But then he starts talking about Toby and how he got attacked and everything, and like he didn't go to the cops, and how he's like, it doesn't make sense because Toby was so like not like militant, but he like was an advocate, like he was vocal for standing up for the gay community.
Yeah.
And now he's like, he's not reporting all this stuff, like Jack doesn't seem to get it. Like, it doesn't make sense to him. And Jen's like, well, you need to do something. Like, what would you do if I were the one that was attacked? And Jack's like, oh, that's totally different. Jen's like, the only thing that's different about it is that in the case of Toby, you're exactly like the victim. So Jen is kind of pushing him into action.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good scene.
That was a good scene. I'm not sure why she was knitting, but other than that.
Me neither. Maybe something for the baby.
I know. I feel like Graham's probably told her something about it. I don't know.
Probably. Oh my god, Gretchen and Dawson getting into the relationship chat again, which I'm so bored by.
I know. I avoided that talk at all costs.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, when you're in it. Definitely.
Oh, I know. I'm like, I don't want to have this conversation.
Yeah, I don't want to wait. Dawson knows that he has to let Gretchen go, even though he wants to beg her to come with him to LA. And then he's like, okay, wait, can we clear something up real quick? The other night, I really thought you wanted to sleep with me. That's the quote. That's what he says.
That's great.
I really thought you wanted to sleep with me. And she's like, well, it wasn't the right time. And Dawson's straight up like, is there ever gonna be a right time? And I'm like, ooh, Dawson with the coercion. And Gretchen's like, I cannot sleep with you knowing that you're leaving. I just can't do it. So I guess they're not gonna bone.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you said earlier. She's trying to protect her feelings.
Yeah, she's clearly head over heels for him, like, way too much.
Yeah, they're, like, very much in love, or, like, at least in puppy dog stage love. And, yeah, and she's afraid, because she's like, if I get any closer to you, it's going to be so much more painful when we have to say goodbye.
Right.
Which I get. That makes sense. And, I mean, looking at her history, I would be extra cautious, too, if I were her. I'd probably be freaked out.
Yeah.
But poor Dee is like, I just want a bone.
I know.
I'm a dog with a bone.
I'm a dog with a bone. Okay, so now we're having another false alarm for Gail.
God, Gail.
She's not having the baby yet at all.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wrote. Another false alarm.
Let's just, can't they induce?
Yeah, it sounded like they were going to induce, but maybe they want to give it a few more days. I don't know.
I guess.
I don't know how that all works. Yeah.
Yeah, me neither. So then Joey shows up at Gretchen's all freaked out. She's like, I can't believe how ill-prepared I am for this. And Joey's like, I don't know what to do. Like, we're so young. Yada, yada, yada. And she's like, Pacey, like, he can't handle this right now. And Gretchen's like, actually, I think Pacey would love to be a father. And I'm like, he's a child. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, right? Like in 5-10 years, yeah.
Yeah, he'd love a baby. He's gonna love Gail's baby. He's clearly not ready to be a father.
No. I feel like he's
sense.
Like, he would be a good dad, but no, not right now.
Yeah, he's a baby himself.
Right. But I liked
Joey sniffs.
I really liked her advice to Joey, like, or maybe I'm jumping, but she asked basically if she talked to Bessie about it, and Joey tells her like, well, she kind of just knew, and it was bad, and I insulted her the whole life, and then she's like, well, you know what you have to do? You have to make amends with your sister. Mary, good advice, right? Yeah. Always make amends with your sister.
Oh, definitely.
And Gretchen's basically like, this is like a big family issue. You're going to want that support system. And then Joey's like, oh, it sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Right.
And Gretchen tells Joey that she had a miscarriage.
Right.
Which is good, I think.
Personal.
Yeah, it's very personal, but I think Joey was surprised and maybe a little bit like comforted. Like, it's helpful, I think, to know you're not the only one going through something like this.
No, that's
true. Or who's
true.
been there,
That's
you
true.
know. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and Gretchen's like, yeah, that's why I came back here, just to figure out my reaction to it.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's like, it is a big deal. It probably validates Joey's feelings.
Right.
And then Joey does something really sweet, because I feel like her and Dawson, I know they're not dating, but they always have this weird energy thing. But she tells Gretchen, like, Dawson would lasso the moon for you.
Oh my god.
And Gail says she knows, or Gretchen says she knows, and I don't know. So the timing again.
I don't know. I thought it was weird because it's like you just had this really personal conversation about like, teenage pregnancy. And then Joey's basically like lecturing Gretchen on accepting Dee's love. She's like, "You need to accept his love." It's like, maybe.
Oh. Yeah, taken that way is weird. I was like, maybe she's just trying to make Gretchen feel good about, like, he likes you so much.
Yeah, I think she was, but it's also kind of like pressure. Like, it kind of felt like she was pressuring her to, like, yeah, be with Dawson, like, go to California to be with Dawson.
Oh. Give up on your magazine. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
I see
know.
what you're saying.
There's other D's in the alphabet.
Oh my god, yeah, he didn't really need to come into that conversation. That's true.
No, he didn't.
But it's Dawson's Creek, so he's always in there.
Oh, right. Yeah. When you own the creek, what can you know?
Everything revolves around you.
True.
Is this another Mary? Are we in labor again?
This is a fucking another in labor. This episode annoyed me.
It was a little much. It was a little much.
A little? It was a lot much.
Yeah.
This time, Dawson and Mitch are watching movies and they don't even want to get up off the couch.
I really liked, like, that screen. It was just, like, a list of movies. Like, it was so old school.
Yeah.
Like, just typed out. But they were good movies on there. I was like, I want to watch Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, they wanted to watch Shawshank Redemption, right?
Oh, did they? Yeah, I don't know. I was, like, looking at all the movies.
Or maybe Reservoir Dogs or something. I don't remember.
Some Tarantino. A lot of Tarantino represented.
Something like that. Yeah. Jack shows up at Toby's door with a youth officer in tow. Toby has this hilarious line. He's like, "Oh boy, I knew I shouldn't have ripped that tag off my mattress."
Toby, you crazy one.
Yeah. Basically, Toby's like, "You're really lucky my parents aren't here." And Jack's like, "Well, why? Like, don't they want you to, like, seek justice?" And he's like, "No, all they want to do and all I want to do is forget that this ever happened." And then the cops are throwing out statistics on hate crimes to Toby, and he's like, "You're this amount more likely to be targeted. You're this amount more likely to be hurt."
Well, yeah, he basically uses the stats, which show, like, it was like, oh, you're at much higher risk of being hurt or targeted or whatever. But that's all the more reason for you to talk, because then you can speak out on behalf of those who can't or who are too afraid.
Right.
Which I think was a good argument, at least if you're talking to Toby, because Toby is...
Yes.
I feel like that's a good persuasion to get him to take action.
That's true.
Yeah, I feel like that got through to him. And then Toby, it does. He starts to open up and he tells the cop what happened. And it sounds like Mary, all he did was smile at the guy. And then he and some other friend of his came out of nowhere and just started beating him up.
Yeah.
Terrible. Which is awful. Yeah. And scary. And, I kind of like how they played it with Toby, because it's like, he was very activist, very much like, fight for your rights, we have to be out there and vocal. But then, like, you don't know how you're going to react when, like, you're faced with this scary, brutal situation when you're the victim of violence. You don't want to draw more attention to it. You don't want to relive it. You kind of want to just forget it happened. I thought that was realistic. And
that's a good point.
Yeah, to have Jack see it and then be, like, upset by it, and then to, like, think of ways to help Toby,
right,
do what he knew he had to do, was really moving. I liked that.
No, I agree. Yeah, it was impactful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Toby was late to reporting to the cop. But
wow.
Everyone's
It fits in
so
again.
late this episode.
Everybody's late this
Everyone's
episode.
gonna get a watch next episode.
It's subtle, but that's the thread that combines all of the storylines. So Dawson and Mitch are at the hospital. All the staff are really nervously whispering. Gail's calling out for Mitch. Bessie is worried to death. Joey home at dawn. Don't know what that means. Oh,
Bessie
Joey
gets
comes home
up at dawn every morning. Mary, you're funny. I was like, Mary's totally reading her notes right now.
Yeah, reading my notes.
Well, yeah, Gail's been in, I like how Mitch says hard labor all night. It sounds.
This is my other note. Bessie once pushed Joey out her crib.
Well, Mary, this reminded me of our conversation about the older sibling hating the younger.
You being a hater.
Yeah, I was like, oh, Bessie too. But I never pushed you out of the crib.
You said you wanted to set me on fire.
No, I said I wanted to put fire in your eyes.
You think I'm over dramatic? Like that is some wild and crazy.
I know.
Shit.
Well, I was a child. You know, kids are crazy.
I want to put fire in your eyes.
Mary, that jealousy was burning bright.
I guess so. I guess
it's not true anymore.
That's a phrase I'll never forget.
I know. Well, yeah. I feel terrible to have said it.
I've never heard you say anything even 1/100th as vile as that
I
statement
know.
that you uttered as a child.
I know. I was. Well, maybe I got it.
I'm the one who goes off and spits off this crazy rhetoric sometimes. Like I've never.
Maybe I got it all out of my system, like.
And that one perfect violent
one violent moment, yeah. Before I turned 3, it was like all my rage expelled from my body.
Terrible twos. Terrible.
There you go. Oh my god.
Wow. That was really something.
Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah, and Joey's like, okay, yeah. Joey's like, yeah, you hated me because you knew you'd always have to take care of me. Is that how you felt about me?
No, but I mean, Mom and Dad and Grandma. We had a lot of people. We had a lot of caretakers.
Yeah, you didn't even have to do anything to take care of me. I didn't.
But Bessie's...
And when you were called upon, you didn't.
What?
When I needed a ride home or whatever, you'd always forget.
I would?
Yes.
Really? Oh, we've talked about this. Yeah, you left the yearbook or something. I left you stranded.
The yearbook. I'm sure there were others. Yearbook just being one glaring example.
Oh, that's funny, Mary. Oh well, hey, I'm not Bessie. She is, as Joey says, she could only hope to have her strength, and so could I.
Yeah, you better put some respect on Bessie's name.
I mean, I do respect the hell out of Bessie.
This is what I wrote. Bessie really has gone above and beyond for Joey. Without Bessie, Joey wouldn't be anything.
I know. Sisters.
It's the truth.
It is true. Yeah, Bessie deserves respect and thanks and love.
Hell of a lot of things.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I was thinking if it was me and my mom died and my dad went to jail, I wouldn't be taking care of my little sister. I'd be probably spiraling out.
That would be so hard. So hard. Yeah.
Like you'd think you would like turn to drugs or crime yourself.
I know, to survive or to.
But Bessie's really on the straight and narrow.
Yeah, like she didn't have any kind of, sounds like any kind of bad. All she did was get knocked up.
Yeah, and so what?
Who cares? Yeah. Bodie, he's a good guy.
Yeah, she's doing right by her kid.
Yeah. Oh, baby Alexander.
Baby Alexander starts crying right on cue.
Oh, yeah. Bessie's like, all right, I gotta take care of that baby.
I gotta take care of my kid. Okay, so now Jack is at Toby's for the tutoring. And Toby's like, I'm not going to tutoring. Not like this. And Jack's like, we'll just tell him you fell off your high horse.
I loved that.
Clever. That was cute.
Do you think, are they going to date?
Yeah.
They're like flirting and bantering and Mary.
They might. I mean, I don't know.
Well, we know Toby has
I-
the hots for Jack.
I know. I don't know if Jack's gonna want to date him, or if maybe it's just gonna make him respect him.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because he definitely respects him now. I mean, it's good for them to have the friendship, at least.
The friendship is good. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, because Toby's like, I thought you weren't like a gay activist, and Jack's like, well, no, I'm a Toby activist,
Oh.
and he's like, I realized we're not so different. It's like, yeah, you think? Both like white gay guys in high school in Capeside, Massachusetts. Pretty
similar. Yeah.
So Joey is doing that difficult thing. She's taking the pregnancy test.
Yeah, Joey did it.
Or not pregnant, of course.
I know. I was like, you're not going to be pregnant, Joey.
Thank God they didn't make her be
Oh
pregnant. I was like, I can't take another pregnancy on this show.
Oh my God. I know. I mean, that was kind of one thing. I was like, oh, she's definitely not pregnant. Like, and I feel like if Pacey were around, most guys do this. Like, you're not pregnant.
Right. Yeah.
But he wasn't there to interject. But no, if that would have been a little wild if she were pregnant.
I wonder if she's going to tell Pacey about the scare.
I know, because, well, at the phone, we'll get to it at the end, but there's more lies.
More lies.
I don't know, Mary.
Tangled web they're weaving.
Doesn't bode well in my mind.
No, it does not.
No, right?
So the crew from the party shows up at Dawson's.
At the hospital,
No, they show up. Yeah, they show up at the hospital and Dawson's bugging. That's what I wrote down.
Yeah, well, like Graham's, like they all have, they have plants, balloons, all this stuff, and then and then Dawson and Joey kind of sit down together, and he's like, "Is it me or did life suddenly broaden this year?" And Joey's like, "No, everyone's going through a lot of change or something like that."
Changes.
Turn and face the strange.
Yeah, so Dawson's like, yeah, a few weeks ago I was in this hospital praying for someone to die. Now I'm here praying for someone to be born. Like, okay, Dawson, you're not God.
Dawson. That was extreme. Yeah, that was dramatic.
That was extreme.
Praying for someone to die. I was like, really?
I know. It was like, damn, Dawson.
Cold.
Yeah, I don't know. Dee thinks that Pacey and Joey should have the difficult talk about their future. And Joey thinks that Dawson should fight for Gretchen. And then Joey's just like, yeah, I'm not really into sex. She's like, sex isn't all that great, Dawson. You're not missing anything. I was like, oh no, this does not bode well.
No, it was interesting what she said. She's like, well, because she's like, Gretchen's crazy about you, Dawson. And sex, it doesn't necessarily bring people closer together. It's just a magnifying glass. So if you are really close, it'll bring you closer. But if you're not, it won't. And it'll just magnify whatever problem you're having. And she's like, I think you and Gretchen are a lot closer than people who have never had sex. Or a lot of people who have had sex.
Do you think that Joey thinks that Dawson and Gretchen are closer than her and Pacey?
I mean, she might think that because they've talked about the future. They're kind of open. But I don't know. I mean, she definitely sees their closeness. I'm just worried because they do keep lying to each other. Pacey and
I know.
Pacey and Joey.
It's troubling.
I know. I mean, I don't know if they realize it from inside, but from outside, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Well, Mary, the moment's come.
The baby's
here. It's a baby girl.
Oh,
the little
Dawson's a big brother.
Oh, Mitch is a daddy again.
Oh,
Gail's a mommy again.
Gail's a mommy again. She's always a mommy, but
oh my gosh.
So they named the baby Lillian.
Is that...
What's the significance of this name?
I want to say... I could be wrong, that'd be embarrassing. But I want to say it's Joey's mom's name.
That's what it seemed like, but I wasn't sure. I didn't have all that information.
I know. I kind of was like trying to remember what they were all saying at the naming shower. And it sounded
They
like...
said something about Joey's mom, but I don't remember what her name was.
Yeah. I feel like they were like, oh, she was great. Lillian. So I'm like, okay, maybe that's her.
Could be. Could be. Kind of weird for Gail to name after her friend's mom.
Yeah.
I mean, I know she was her friend.
That's true. But it's creepy. I feel like it's kind of creepy to name your kid after a dead person. Well, it's done all the time, but I don't know.
It is done all the time, but it's not always a good idea.
I actually had a friend recently who got mad at someone for not naming their baby someone in the family. They're like, yeah, they named her like Ashley. There's no Ashleys in our family. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, names can carry a lot of baggage that can affect you.
Oh, for sure.
So,
right.
You know.
Um...
It's important to think it through. Yeah, so Dee's holding the baby, which is very, very sweet. He's clearly moved. Everybody's moved. But then the framing of the camera, it looks like Dawson and Joey are the parents.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, like Dawson's holding the baby and Joey's at his side, like touching the baby's head or whatever. In the way it's framed, it looks like they just had a baby.
Is that foreshadowing, Mary?
I don't know. It was very weird.
That's freaky deaky.
It was freaky deaky. But finally, Pacey calls Joey. Joey does not tell him about the pregnancy scare. She just tells him to focus on himself. But he keeps lying about where he's at, what he's up to. It's fishy. He's not fishing, but it's fishy.
It's painful, yeah, because Joey knows he's lying.
Yeah.
And she's like, I feel like purposely not telling him because she's remembering what Gretchen said, like he needs to focus on himself.
Mm-hmm.
I think she even says that, like you have to focus on yourself. And like I feel like if I were Pacey and I heard that, I'd be like, oh, maybe she knows. So maybe I'm okay to tell her, but he doesn't. No, he lies. And they just say that they miss each other, but it seems kind of sad.
It's a little empty.
It's a little melancholy, yeah.
Mm.
Then Dee pulls up. I think he's outside of... Gretchen is like chilling on a car outside of his house.
Whoever does that.
No, I know. I don't think I've done that. Waiting for the D to come home, and he's like, didn't you have a train to catch? Oh my god. Gretchen's like, well, the good thing about trains, there's always a later one. It's like, oh god.
God, Gretchen.
And then they're like so aroused. They're just like going to town, basically, making out.
They want to make a baby.
Yeah, they're very into it.
Do you think they're going to have sex?
I was like, Gretchen's about to get pregnant. That's what I wrote.
Oh my god. Again? No.
Again. They're really, they're like, we should break up. Yeah, I never want to see you again. Ooh, 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 kiss, kiss, kiss.
It's weird.
This was a little zany episode.
It was a weird episode.
It was pretty crazy.
I don't know how I felt about it.
I know. It was just kind of like all the late. I don't know. There's a lot going on.
It wasn't the best episode of Dawson's Creek I've ever seen.
No, I would definitely not say this is my favorite.
I'd give it like a C+.
There were decent moments and decent themes, but I don't think it was executed very well.
Lateness.
I mean, having Joey go through that was interesting.
Yeah. Toby's
was good. I feel like there
wasn't enough Jen by half.
Yeah, I know. Jen was knitting, so that was nice, but she really could have done more.
A lot more. Wasting the talents of Michelle Williams, people.
I know. She's just an angel. But yeah,
so
that's that episode. Well,
So that's a wrap on that. But Christine, did you do your dares last week?
Mary, I have to say that I did not do my dares.
Christine, you're so predictable.
Oh, well, I bet you didn't do them.
No, I didn't, but it's pathetic because I had such easy ones. I should have done them, but I kept forgetting. They were easy. You gave me easy.
I know. Mine were kind of hard, actually.
That's a problem, is we got to give each other really hard ones, because then we're more likely to do them.
Alright, I'm going to give you the hardest one I can, then.
Oh, fuck, okay.
You asked for it.
I'm going to do it.
Alright, you better do it. Let me
Okay.
Let me find the hardest ones I have.
I
Oh, well,
ones.
like I said
Okay.
to you before, what did I say? I was going to dare you to say.
It wasn't something that was part of the thing.
I know, it was like a weird thing. I don't remember it, though. Well, okay, let's see. Alright, I'm just going to look at my hard quotes.
Yeah.
This one looks hard, Mary. I don't picture you as a stogie smoking kind of dad.
How am I gonna say that?
I know, it's hard. It's hard.
Oh my god.
That's a tough one. I'll give you one that's a little less hard. You gotta balance it out.
Okay.
Tell me tales of your trivial woes. That's kind of a fun one.
Okay.
And then, do you want a shorter one or a longer one?
Shorter.
Shorter. Okay. I want drugs.
Oh my.
Mrs. Gail Leary quote.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see what I got. Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
It only hurts when I blink.
Who said that?
Toby.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, ready?
Almost. You write so fast. Okay, I'm ready.
Paranoid is healthy, trust me.
Oh, wow.
That was Jen.
Oh, Jen.
Okay, now what character you want?
Oh, man.
Do you want Grams?
I was gonna actually.
Do you want Gretchen? Or do you
sorry.
Grams, Gretchen, or Jack?
I was gonna say Grams.
Okay, you could say tradition is very clear on this.
Oh, Grams. Always talking tradition.
Oh, Grams.
Tradition.
Nice.
He's very clear on this. Okay. We'll see if I say them, Mary. And we'll see if you
better.
say them.
I will. I always do.
You didn't do last time. I can't believe I forget.
Yeah, but I do a lot.
What dare I was going to give you before.
It was something about maybe a baby name.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought I was going to make you do something weird.
You were going to make me... It didn't make sense.
I don't know.
You'll have to listen back.
That's true. That's true. Well, listeners, that's the episode. Thanks for tuning in again. Yeah, that's all we.
Long.
This was a long. Oh, it was a long one. Yeah, Mary and I
hope it's worth it, listeners.
Mary and I are going to try to sleep now.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh my goodness. Well, thanks for listening. If you're on Twitter, feel free to follow us there. We're at Dawson Cries, WAH Dawson Cries. And if you use iTunes, we encourage you, ask you, implore you, beg you to leave us a 5-star iTunes review. Because they're very fun to read, and we'd like to hear what you think about the show. But now, Mary and I are going to hit the hay, because we're pretty sleepy, and it's pretty late, but just like the episode title. But we'll catch you, we'll catch you next week.
All right. Bye, listeners.
Bye.
Bye.